This is the back of Tim Wilson.
And this is the front. Stay. I command you. If you've been following along all these weeks, we've been talking about speaking bass, you're already familiar with this diagram and how it works. If most of you haven't been following along for the many weeks for this diagram, you may be completely confused with what's going on here. So let me give you a quick summary of what this is. First of all, you're familiar with the bass with two faces. It's an optical illusion. You may not have heard of that. But if you haven't, it's just a picture of a bass. See that? Not psychic yet, so none. Anything?
Yes.
Yes. Ken's been here before, so I know Ken has seen it. And the thing about the vase, you keep looking at the vase, you start to realize there's something else there besides the vase. You see it? Either side of the vase, the two faces. Either side of the vase. But they're hidden. The vase you tend to focus on, the faces come out afterwards. So that much makes sense. Speaking works the same way. People tend to focus on the vase of speaking. You know what I'm talking about? Exactly, yes, delivery. You recognize that. And they don't think about these other two things. So the thing is, if you have the secret of content's hidden from most speakers. But once you get content by finding your passion, you find your speech. Find your passion, you find your speech. In other words, if you talk about something you're passionate about, you're really excited about, you really want to communicate to people, then it's simple to talk about, right? Then it's simple to talk. Then it's not just a problem, oh, I'm coming there, I got to give another speech, it's another Toastmasters meeting, it's another business meeting, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you're passionate about it, you're excited about it, you want to be there, right? Find your passion, find your speech. Now, maybe you know what your passion is. If so, great. You're ready to go. If you don't know what your passion is, ask a friend. Ask a friend. Somebody who knows you well. Just say, what do I like to talk about? And after looking at you strangely for a while, eventually they'll say, you gotta be kidding. You know what you like to talk about. Every time you talk about this, I can't shut you up. Try to shut you up, but can't do it. You're excited about that. Find your passion, find your speech. That's content. Does that make sense? Just by knowing that and applying that, you're already ahead of many speakers out there. Now, delivery is something about delivery. All the delivery is everything you do up here to get the message out. Make sense? Just to get the message out to everybody. And you've got a great tool if you do join Toastmasters. Don't have it here, there's one over there. The Combat Communication Manual. Steps you through 10 projects. Each project you develop a different speaking skill. You develop vocal variety, you develop getting to the point, persuasion, those sort of things. Those are delivery skills. But the problem is, you don't know what you actually do on stage. You ever notice that? You get up on stage, and, well, if you're a professional speaker like Amy, and seen yourself a lot, probably know what you're doing. But if you're just in general, you're speaking, you don't know what you did when you sit down. You sort of think you know, but sometimes people give you feedback, and it doesn't make sense, because you're thinking, I didn't really do that, did I? My hands weren't really like that, were they? They were, but you don't know. So you want to video yourself to get good delivery. Does that make sense? You video yourself. You can see it, you can be it. You can see it, you can be it. That's delivery. And the thing about delivery is you use it on a video. The video, you're going to watch 3 different ways. Because you might be thinking, it's a challenge to do video. Tim, I'm a little nervous about doing video. That's fine, a lot of people are. So do it 3 different ways. First way is just voice only. Just listen to what you did, see what happens. Then video only, and then finally voice and video. Does that make sense? That much? Okay, already you're ahead of a lot of speakers. You've got a sense of what content is, got a sense of delivery is. The thing most speakers don't get or understand is audience and audience awareness. The goal of audience is to create a connection. You want to create a connection with the audience. So So even if you're passionate about your content, you aren't creating a connection with your audience, what's the point, right? You really don't create that connection. So audience is very important to create that connection. So that's a quick recap of the things we've been going through all over these several weeks. Now the challenge is, well, this is the way a speech works. If you're in Toastmasters, like Ken and Rob, you're also thinking about evaluations. You're going to see evaluations in a little bit. And the problem with evaluations for a lot of Toastmasters, they don't think of it as a speech. They just think of it, I'm just giving somebody some information. So they just think, I'm just going to go up here and mumble something or whatever. But the evaluation is a speech. And because it's a speech, it has exactly the same sort of things, content, delivery, and audience, that a speech does. So once you understand that, evaluation is a speech, then you understand how to deliver evaluations. The thing that most people get stuck on with evaluations, and I know not in Toastmasters, they probably don't do evaluations that much, at least the Toastmasters evaluations, but Toastmasters get stuck in evaluations because they don't understand what the evaluation base, the base is different for evaluations. For your general speech, it's delivery. The evaluation base is different. Once you understand what the evaluation base is, then you understand what the two hidden faces are, and then you can really start doing effective, powerful evaluations, just like now you can do effective, powerful speeches. So, for the rest of this presentation, you're going to learn about how to do better evaluations, how to do effective evaluations. You'll find out about the evaluation base, how to use it and apply it, and how to become great in your evaluations, just as now you can be great in your speeches.